can you see my screen? Please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, sir. You can see your screen, sir.
All right, good.
Yes, sir. That's it.
All right, good one. All right, good. Okay, so as you all know, we are welcome to the online Excel training. This is the part one training, and we are trusting God that the part two will be soon, and we plan that soon so that everybody can leverage on the trend of what we have learned so far. So you're welcome. And today we have opening speech and vision and mission, why we are here and other. So the opening speech, we want to appreciate God for how far we have gone as CFPN, Celestial Financial Professional. Over time, I believe every one of us is Celestial. We believe that we can do better in our various places. And with this foundation and with this network, we believe that we are all we learn from each other, number one, and also we will impact our society, particularly our different parties and our body that we belong to, which is celestial. So we try to show our professionalism in everything we do. As we are Christian Celestians, we also need to practice uh be professional in everything we do. So we thank God for this. This will be our fifth section. We have started this CFPN for over like December, yeah. So our first training was in January, and gradually, but now we have a larger house. So which by the grace of God, we also have a larger house, very soon. While we're also planning for our first physical Celestial Finance Professional Conference by the grace of God. So I believe someone is happy to hear that we are planning something huge, but we all need our we need our our support, our contribution as well. So our contribution also matters a lot in this journey. So we very soon that's we so and also from our spiritual father, uh, Dr. Kunle meeting, saying hi to everyone, and also if let's not forget our special advisor, Mr. Tosin Akikun, who is our special advisor, also great send his greeting. Actually, I got to know today that today is his inauguration as a chairman for Surulere district. I just messaged him today that we don't have that information. I didn't mean I got to know on time. We could have represent CFPN there, but nevertheless, we will send our delegate there soon, maybe after now. So on behalf of every the CFPN admin, we want to welcome everyone to this, and also we appreciate our instructor, Miss Lawal Kapaya Rabuwake. Thanks so much. Welcome. All right. So our vision and mission statement. So as in my company, we anytime we have a meeting, we used to recite our vision and mission because it must be part of us. So our vision still remains and is to build a community of finance professionals who combine strong professional competence, excellence, service, and godly value, influencing the finance industry with integrity and lasting impact. As I said earlier, these are our goals. Our goal is to show to combine our professional competence, excellence in service, and integrity, the good ethics of our various professional like CFA, ICANN, a lot of so we need to portray it in our church and also impact our community for that. So our mission still remain promote professionalism and excellency as a reflection of our identity, keep members current with industry trend and standard and best practice, provide a platform for continuous learning and growth. That's what we are doing now. Inspire and mentor and guide aspiring professionals towards certification, which we are doing also as well. So the pillars, these are pillars of growth. Pillars of growth. Our pillars of growth still remain. Number one is monthly engagement, which we normally do. Our monthly engagement, which we normally do, which is industry trend, share, we share industry trends, career development, workplace excellent discussion. These are things that we'll be doing. These are things we'll be doing going forward, because I believe that what I'm doing in my company as SPA manager, it's if I discuss with the team, people can also learn from it and then use that to grow, maybe tackle any interview question, and also symposium and training. So which we are doing very well. We had one symposium last month on AI. So uh, we have training, we have ethical and leadership workshop for all levels, and also and also we have expert section. So which we have seasonal professionals in CFOs, industry leaders that will be sharing us wisdom, which we will be applying that very soon. So we have a lot of them, and then so also we have networking and support, job opportunities. As you all know, we keep pushing information on the platform for everyone that wants to join and want to learn. So and all maybe job opportunities, career guidance, a lot. So short outreach and Sunday school sessions. So these are very key aspects that we are still planning on. That is a very critical place for us. And then with the help of our fathers, spiritual fathers, and our senior your special advisors and our councils of elders. So we are still talking about that, because to leverage on parities now, we have to pass through some protocols. So and everyone will be involved in this. Our purpose here is to spare every student, student parities that are finance related department, to ensure that it is not beyond the I have from some people in what is it called, in Obafemi Awolowo University. We are talking, so we are planning something very related in OAU, and then everything will be communicated to us. Everybody that is available to go, so will let us know. So we have Sunday school section. So we believe that in our programs in church, we have Sunday schools. So people there need to know where they need to need their pathway of career, because they just come to church, pray, and then go back home. There are a lot of things in the section that we need to have. So we are currently having some discussion with some parities. So now that they are done with the juvenile harvest, so we can now start penetrating to parities. So please and please, I'm urging us that anytime we put this to the group that okay, we will be available, we appreciate that we get volunteers, and sometimes people can represent, maybe people in Ibadan, okay, we can represent, okay, we'll be going on behalf of CFPN today. So let us know any parties that we think that we can come. Let us know, so that we can write a letter and then share our thoughts. So these are pillars of growth as a team. So while we are here for an exact training. We believe that as a professional, we need to be upskilling ourselves, even though you know how to use Excel. I was telling someone in my office yesterday that even though you are learning, you have to keep learning, because when you keep learning, you keep getting something that you don't know how to do. Because the way I handle Excel may be different from the way you handle Excel. So getting to know people and also ask questions, I think people will also. I believe that everyone here can learn, can also teach, but let's do it together, and they will give us our instructors time also. So let's put our facilitators. Sorry, this is facilitator. So Lawal Kafaya Oluwakemi is a ACA qualified finance professional with over 6 years of experience spanning accounting, financial reporting, payroll management. She holds a BSc in accounting with the second class um, upper division from Lagos State University, USC, developed strong foundation in finance, business analysis, and financial management. Throughout her professional journey, she has gained extensive hands-on experience in preparing financial statements, managing payroll process, performing account reconciliation, supporting accurate financial reporting to enhance business decision making. She's currently advancing her experts in financial analysis through Power BI, focusing on leverage data driving insight and financial storytelling to support strategic business outcomes. Passionate about continuous learning and professional growth, Lawal Kafaya is currently transitioning her career towards investment banking with the goal of combining a strong accounting background, financial capability, and financial expert to contribute to strategic investment decision and value creation. Brethren, can we welcome, uh, join me as I welcome Ms. Lawal Kafaya Oluwakemi as we take the vote. So, Ms. can have the first. Let me stop sharing. So let's welcome. Can I see our clapping emoji? Let's clap for her as we welcome her on board. You can put it on the chat button that you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Mole and your Mr. Gunjimi. Thank you. All right. Our instructors can have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. I really appreciate. Good evening, everyone, and it's a pleasure to be the facilitator for today's training. I've been introduced already, but let me still repeat that my name is Lawal Kafayat Oluwakemi, and today's session is designed to be practical and interactive. Whether you are completely new to Excel or you have used it before, my goal is just to help you understand to understand the fundamentals and show you how Excel can make make your daily tasks easier. Can we all hear me?
Very clear, man.
Hello.
Very clear, man.
Okay, that's good. All right, so I would encourage you to ask questions and also participate in any exercises that will be given tonight. And that being said, let's dive in. So this is this is what we would cover tonight. We'd get to know, what Excel looks like. Also get to know some
Sorry, man. Are you
formulas and
sharing your
functions.
screen, man? Are you sharing your
Oh,
screen, man?
sorry,
Please.
I'm not sure I've shared it yet. Okay, include sound. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, very clear. Very clear now.
All right. Okay. So this is what we'll cover tonight. We'll get to first know about the interface of Excel, then the formulas and some functions, and also some data analytics too. So first thing first on the content is the Excel interface. First thing is the Excel interface. So let's go to our Excel data. So first thing, let me show you how to open Excel on your system. I will assume you don't know anything about Excel. So can we all see my screen?
Yeah, we can see
Yes.
your PowerPoint. Yeah.
A PowerPoint. I don't know if I can navigate to Excel itself.
You can actually do that, man. You know, when you share your the entire screen, it's very easy to. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what about now? What can you see?
It's still the PowerPoint, man. You can still see it.
Okay, hold on. Give me some minutes, please.
You can share. You can stop sharing and share your entire screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, can you see it?
Very
Yes, I
clear.
can
Yes.
see it.
Yeah.
All right. So to open first thing, you have to open your Excel workbook. I will assume nobody knows about Excel. So on your search bar, beside the start icon, which is this, the start icon, you type Excel, EXCEL. So you can see it here. Then you click on it, it opens. Yeah. But this is not what we'll be using tonight. We already have a file. So this is what Excel looks like. We have the ribbon, and in the ribbon we have some tabs, and in the tabs we have tools. So we have home, insert, draw, page layout, formulas, data review, and view. Then under home, we have court. I mean, how do we use court? Imagine you have okay, let's say we have in this cell. Okay, before that, this is a workbook, an Excel workbook. The entire cell, the entire Excel is a workbook. And in a workbook, we can have more than one worksheet. All these are worksheets. The interface, the data, the XLOOKUP, and all this, all this here are worksheets. However, we will still look at them one after the other. So today we want to, first and first, we want to, look at what we have under home as a tab. So let's say we type in something here. The boy is good. Okay. Sorry, my bad. So how do you use quotes? To use quotes, you either use Control X or use the quotes here, or you right click and click on quotes. So what does quotes do? Quotes means you don't want to see the thing you typed in that particular cell again. You want to move it to another cell. So you cut it and put it in another cell, which is this. So you can see that it's not showing in the cell, the previous cell anymore. So we have it in a new cell. Then what is copy? Copy means we want to, repeat the same thing in that particular Excel in another, in that particular cell in another cell. So let's say we still want to repeat this, the boy is good, in another cell. So we do Control C, and another way you can copy it is right click and copy. Then to paste it in another cell, we use Control V. You can see it's still showing in the same cell that it was previously.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so that is cut and copy. So we move on to, this Calibri is sorry, this is a font. To change the font, whether you don't want it, you want it to be Calibri or any other, font. Okay, so let me go to data so that we can use a sound. We can show you examples. This is a data. However, this data is not well organized. We cannot give it to our head of department like this. If not, they will say we are not professional enough. So we have to format and edit it to make it look more presentable. Yeah, so to do that, first thing first, we want to format this, everything here. We want to format everything here. We have the employee data, we have the sales reports, we have business expenses. However, we cannot send it to our boss like this. We have to edit it. So now what do we do? First thing first, we want to make this looks like a table. That's the first thing. We want to name this particular data. And how do we do that? So to make it, looks like a table, we either use Control T, which is, to make it look like a table. So something will pop up. My table has, header. However, I don't need to, I have to cancel it because I didn't, select from the proper, cell. So from here, we have to select it from here. We have to select it from here, staff ID, down to the last cell we want it to be. So this is it. So we want to make it look like a table. So we do right click. Sorry, we do Control T. Then our table has a header already, and click OK. You can see we've turned it to a table already. You can as well change the color if you don't want blue. We can change the color to any color we like, but we want it to be blue. Yeah. So to name the table, we copy all the this thing we want from the start of the of the data to the end of the data. Then we come here. This is a name. This is where you can name your your table. So we want to name it employee data. Employee data. Okay, so it's not working. Okay, hold on. I think I need to remove the table and convert it to name range normally because okay, now I think it's showing name box. We can see it's showing name box. This is how you can name your table. Okay, the reason why you want to name your table is you don't want to start repeating the same thing in another cell because we still have to move this particular data into another sheet. Like here we have name range. Okay, so under name range, what are we doing there? We want to move this employee data to where it's supposed to be, the sales report to where it's supposed to be, and business report to where it's supposed to be. So to do that, so we don't want to copy and we don't want to paste in the other sheet. So we have to name the range. There are other ways you can do it, but today we want to move it by naming the table. Sorry, by naming the data. And this one we have this is sales report. We have to also name it as well. Sales report. Yeah. Then this is business expenses. We also want to name it. All right. You know, we didn't. Okay, business expenses. Okay. So now we've named all the data. So we want to move them to the appropriate sheet. Now, this is the sales data, sheet, but we don't have anything in there. And this is the business expenses sheet. We don't have anything there as well. Employee data, nothing is there. So now we want to move this data, employee data to where it's supposed to be. Now we have named it. How do we move it here? By not copying and pasting. We don't want to use that. So we can just create a subheading here. Because it was just the table we give a name to, we gave a name to. So yeah, employee data. So we can do equals to name, employee. You can see it shows everything in employee data. So we can now edit it to our taste. Sorry, I need to copy this because I need this to be copied and moved here. Yeah, so this is what we want. Now let's edit this. We want to make this heading bold. We also want to make this bold as well. And we'll also calculate the basic salary of each staff, the transport allowance, and the housing allowance. How do we do that? So first thing first, let's bold this employee data. There are two ways you can do it. Either you use the shortcut Ctrl B, or we use this under the Home tab. We can see that's the good thing about Excel. It's has a title for anything you click on. It will show you what you can use it for. Are we following? Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Am I communicating?
Yes, you are.
All right, thank you. So also we want to, boarding this one as well. Same thing, we can either use Control B or use this, this tab here. Then the next one is to fill in this space. And how do we do that? How do we do that? So how do we do that? We want to allocate the gross salary based on the percentage of each of these, allocation, from the basic salary to transport allowance to housing allowance. So how do we do that? First and first, so now we are going to using the formulas, and before you can do anything in Excel, and if you want to use a formula, you have to type equals to. You start with equals to. Then after using equals to, type in equals to, depending on whatever you want to do. Either you want to sum. So we have different formula you can do with Excel. But today we want to, find the percentage, 50%, sorry, the percentage of each, salary structure of the gross profit, starting from the basic salary to the housing allowance, housing allowance. Yeah, so equals to the gross pay times the 50%, because we have a percentage already. Let's say, okay, your boss say you need to calculate, or you need to prorate the gross salary based on the basic transport and housing allowance. How do you do that in Excel? So this is how you can do it. Yeah, so the gross pay times the percentage, which is this. So this is, oh, my bad. Now I think I need to use control. I wanted to do it fast. Okay, so I'm going to use a fast this thing. So now we have it here. So equals to this, the gross pay times the percentage of basic salary, which is 50%. So we have 85,000 naira. Then we also want to get the transport and the housing allowance. What we can do is just to, click on the cell, then drag it forward. We would get the percentage. We can see that it moved to 20%, which is the transport allowance, then 30%, which is the housing allowance. However, if we want to move it down, it might not work. It would give us some errors. Yeah. The reason is because the second line is picking the next one. Okay, what we needed was 50%, but we did not, reference it to be on the 50%, which is why Excel is moving it to the next line. However, what we need to do is reference this 50% so that as Excel picked the 50% for all other rows. So what do? You can do it this way. Click on FN and F4 all together at the same time. FN plus F4. Then click on tab. However, FN and F4 means we only want it to pick 50%. But if we move it, to the right, it will still maintain that 50%. But that is not what we want. We want it to pick 50%. If we move it forward, it will change to 20%. So what do? We have to leave, reference the 50%, but we have to lock the row. Yeah, we have to lock the row. So you can see now that we have the appropriate figure, the right figure. To the right figure as well. So you can see it's referencing the same 50% and the same employee, I'm sorry, the same gross pay for a particular staff. Same here. Yeah, it's working. Same here, it's working. Same here. Any question? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear
Do you have
you.
any question? Okay, I assume there is no question. Do we all understand? Okay.
Yes, we do.
All right. Thank you. So that's has been done. We've gotten the basic salary for each employee, the transport and housing allowance based on the percentage the management provided. So that is, now we've covered the cell range, sorry, the name range. We have covered cell reference. Okay, so I didn't mention that. What we did here was to reference this 50%. And in Excel, we call it cell reference. To move it forward, we have to reference just the row and leave the column alone. Okay, so I think I forgot to mention this as well. So from here to the end of this, the sheet, which is to go to the end of the sheet, we click on control and right arrow. It takes us to the end of the sheet. Can we see? So from here to the end of the sheet is column. They are column. Then if you want to go back, go back to the same, where we were, we click on control and then back, sorry, left arrow. Yeah, left arrow. So these are rows, and these are columns. Yeah, these are rows, these are columns, these are row. So if you click on any cell, it shows you the name in the name box. It shows you the name of that cell in the name box. To know the name of a particular cell, you click on it, then look at the name box, you see the name of the cell. Then the next one on the agenda is we need to move the sales report as well. So let's just do Control C, and move it to sales data, and Control V. So we have it here. We want to edit it now. We want to turn it to a table, and we want to calculate the total sales. So now what do we do? Let's bold this sales report and products, and this, columns. So we've done that. How do we make it a table? By by highlighting from the beginning of the data to the end of the data, then Control T to turn it to a table. Okay. So now we want to get our total sales. Total sales, normally the calculation is your unit price, the unit price of goods sold multiplied by the quantity sold. Sorry, the unit price times the quantity of goods sold. So how do we get the total sales for rice? How do we get the total sales for beans and for flour as well? So what we will do is, like I said before, if you want to use formula in Excel, you have to start with equals to, then now we want to get the total sales. And we know that total sales, to get a total sales of, the total of something, is either we multiply it, depending on what we want to get. But this is we have quantity, more than one quantity. So we have to multiply the unit price by the quantity sold. Yes. So it can also be quantity sold by the unit price. So now we have to multiply the quantity sold times the unit price. So that is it. So the good thing about table is whatever you do in one cell, it extend it to other cells. You don't have to be doing it one after the other or dragging it downward or forward. Sorry, dragging it downward. It maintain the same formula for the same column for other columns or other rows. Yeah, other rows. Yeah, it maintains the same formula for other rows. So now that is the good thing about table. I think we are done with this sales report. We have done, we have burdened the sales, the title, the columns title, and we have also gotten the value for total sales. Now let's move our business expenses. Okay, so now for this business expenses, I don't want this business expenses to still show here. So I have to do Control C, Control X. That's the shortcut for cuts. Then we want to move it to this place. Control V. If you check here, we can't see it here anymore. We can only see it here because we only want it to show here. So this is business expenses. We burden it. Then the column heading as well, we burden it. So that is that for now. So now let's move to the next thing on our agenda. On the content. We have shown you name box, which is this. This is the name box. The formula bar. Okay, sorry, I forgot to show you that. These are the formula bars. This is the formula bars, rather. This is the formula bar. So if you click on, let's go back to the sales data. We are on rice. You can see that rice is showing here because we click on this particular cell A3. So the rice is showing you whatever you, wherever you, you put your, cursor key, it shows here directly. Whatever content you have in that, cell, it shows in this formula bar. And here, to know how, a value is gotten in Excel, you can see it in the formula bar. Here you can see that it's quantity sold times the unit price. Then we got the total sales. So this is the formula bar. The next one is column header. This is the column header from A to the end of the sheet. The end of the workbook. Yeah, end of the sheet. Control right arrow key to go to the end. Then to go back, control left arrow key. So that is it. I think we've done that. So column header, row header is from number 1. Roll from number 1 to the end of the row. So to go to the end of the row, we click on control and down arrow key. So we have gotten to the end of the sheet. Then to go upward again, we click on control up arrow key. Am I communicating? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, you're communicating. I can hear you now.
All right. Do you have any question?
No. That's for my hand now.
All right. Okay. So row header, row number, we've done that. So, okay, so this particular place where my cursor is, it's called cell. So now we have it named here in the name box as H7. So if you want to say, okay, we can say it is cell H7. That is the name of the cell. So yeah, that is the name of the cell. So let's show you what the sheet tabs mean. So the next one, this thing is sheet tabs. So what does that mean? So in Excel, you can have more than one sheet in a particular file. You can see that we have more than one. Here we have interface, we have data, we have XLOOKUP, sorts, filter. You can add more than one. You can still add as many as possible. We have more than one. We can add as many as possible, but we don't want all other cells, other sheets. So we just want this. But if you want to add another sheet, either click on this plus button. This plus button gives you another sheet. Yes. Or another way you can add another sheet is, let's say for instance, you have, a template already in your workbook, but you still want to maintain the same template. So let's say, okay, now for this particular data, we want to repeat it, we want to duplicate it. How do we duplicate that? So we right click on the data and we click on move or copy. So we click on move or copy. So where do we want to move it to? Either to the end or move it to after X and VLOOKUP. Yeah, but if you click on any sheet, that means you want to move it either beside it. You have to click on create a copy. If not, it would, delete this VLOOKUP, this particular one we click and replace it with the new one. So to create a copy, we have to, check this, create a copy, then click on OK. So you can see it has duplicated it and rename it to data 2. Yeah, data 2. So that is worksheets. All these are worksheets. Interface data, they are worksheets in a workbook. Like I said, we can have more than worksheets in a workbook. So let's move to the next one. And we also have some shortcuts in Excel. We have as many as possible. However, this is what I would cover tonight. Control N is used to open a new workbook. So let's say now we want to, we need another workbook. We can click on Control N at the same time. It gives us another workbook. However, we don't need this, so we have to cancel it. Then Control Z, Control Y, I think we've done that. Control Z is to undo. Let's say now by mistake you deleted a data, you deleted something in your sheets and you don't know what that thing is. So you have to, let's say we by mistake deleted this. So to replace it, we have to click, we have to type Control Z. So you can see it's back now. And if we want to remove it entirely, we can just click on Control Y. It's gone, but we still want it to be there. So Control A means select all. However, we can't use it here because it will select all the entire workbook. So let's try that. Control A. It only selected this, but we want it to select this. So we can see Control A. It selected all the table. Sorry, the data. So Control A is to select all. Then to convert selected cell to a table, I think I've mentioned that. Yeah. To convert a selected cell to, to convert a selected cell to a table, we can use Control T, which I've already mentioned. Let's convert this to a table. So we do. So one thing is, if you want to convert a cell to a table, you have to take notes from where to where. Don't do a mistake by starting from where the data, title is. You have to start from the column title, which is this from here to the end of the data. So we click on Control T. Because our data already have a table, I'm sorry, a header. So we check this and click on OK. Okay, so let me change, turn it to a name range. To change it again to normal, normal cell, we can right click and click on table, then convert it to range. Yes. So now we have a normal, Excel sheet. Yeah, we have a normal Excel sheet. Okay. I think we've done this. We've saved this. So to save our workbook, because this is already saved. Okay, let's say we want to use a new Excel sheet. So this is not yet saved. Control N, I just click on Control N to open a new workbook. Let's say we want to save this. We just type something and we want to save this sheet. We don't want to lose it. So we come here. Because it is a new worksheet, we go to File, click on File, then Save As. If we click on Control, okay, a shortcut to save a workbook is Control S. However, because this has not been saved before, we have to save it appropriately by either saving it under any folder, depending on how you want to save it. It can be, okay, let's say we want to save it under, we want to create a new folder for it. So, but we want to save it under, desktop or document. Let's use document. So these are the document. This is the document, and these are what we have on that document. But we want to create a new folder for it. New folder. You click on new folder. Then we name the folder, either CFPN training or whatever you want to name it. Then we open. Double click on it to open it, and save the sheet. So we've saved it like that. It's been saved. You can see the the title is showing here. The name of the worksheet is showing here. Sorry, the workbook is showing here. Yeah, but we don't need this. We don't need this. Don't save. So let's move to the next one. Okay, so another thing I want to show you is to move to another line inside the same cell. Let's say now we've already used this cell to, we want to say, okay, the boy is good. And intelligent. To move, to move to another line in the same cell, we click on Alt Enter. So if you check your keyboard, you would see Alt after counting 3 keys after Control. You would see Alt. You click on Alt, then Enter. It moves to the next line. So we can now type an intelligent. So that is it. I think we are done with this one. Then now we move to formatting your data. Okay, so let's delete this. I think we've covered that formatting as well. We've covered the formatting, but let's just format this one. Formatting is all about changing the font, changing your font. Let's say we want to change this font, this sale data font from Calibri to this area black. And we want this to be bold. We've bolded it, and we want to increase the font as well. We can increase it here or here. We want to increase it to look bigger. To look bigger. So we can click here, or to see the size number, you can click here. Either we want to increase it to 11 or 12 or 14, whichever one we want to increase it to. Yeah. So let's let's go with 14. And this one as well. Let's say we want to, we want to turn all this, or we want to insert a border into this. Yeah, we want to insert a border into this. So we come here, right click on the down, click on the down arrow key, the arrow key, then it shows us the border that are available. We have bottom border, we have top border. The bottom border only shows the bottom border only shows at the bottom, but we don't want this. We also have the top border. We don't want this as well. We want all the borders. We want the borders to show in all the cells. Now we have, giving it a border. We have a border for the cell. So now we want to, let's say we don't want this, we don't want it to look this way. We want this to have a bottom border. We have done that. We also want it to have, we also want the border to be outside. We have them, we have the border outside. So this is what you can do with border. You can also try it whenever you are free. You are trying out Excel, how to use Excel. So that is all for now about the border. About text formatting. So number formatting is okay. So we have this, they are numbers, but we want it to look like a real number. So now we give it either, to do a number formatting, we come here. It's still under home. We are still under home tab, but we want to change these numbers to, we want them to have commas. So we come here, the drop down button, and click on numbers. It gives it comma, but we don't want this 0.00 to show. What we can do is to click here. It will reduce the decimal, places, to reduce the decimal number. So we have done that. That is it. That is that. The currency, we want to change the currency as well. You can change the currency. We have dollar currency. You also have more than this dollar currency. To get more currency, you can type Ctrl+1. It takes you to where you can edit it to give you more currency, which is this. Yeah, we have this under this, beside this symbol, you see the down arrow key. You click on this and you can see the currencies that are available. Yeah, we have them here. So that is that. You can as well do a percent, do the percentage. Let's say we want to get the percentage of, okay, let's say, okay, after getting the total sales, this times this. Yeah, we want to get total sales, which we've already gotten. And we want to get the total sales, the total sales of rice, the beans, the vegetable, and to flour. So we can either come here and click on auto sum, or another way is to type equals to sum, then start from, you can see it's showing number 1. Where do you want it to start from? You want to start from 125,000, which is the rice total sales, to, you drag it down, yeah, to the end, which is total sales. This is it. Okay, sorry. So let's change the format, the number format as well, to, and give it a comma. but we want to reduce it. And we want to edit this one as well. So now we want to get the percentage of total sales for rice. Yeah, equals to rice total sales divided by the total sales for all the products. The total sales for all the products, which is this. Now we have 0.3. If we want to convert it to percentage, we can click on the cell, then come here and click on this percentage. Now it changed to 27%. That means 27% of total sales. I'm sorry, yeah, we have rice to take 27% of total sales, which is this. So let's name this total sales. Yes. Okay, so let's edit this to all border. No border or border. So this is it. Rice total sales. Yeah, so that is it. That is how you use the percentage. I mean, percentage of a particular, it can be product or anything. Yeah, so that is it. We've taught border as well. So next one, we've done this as well, introduction to formula. Like I said, if you want to use formula in Excel, the first thing you have to type is equals to, then do whatever you want to do. Sum, if, or whatever you want to do. So that has been done as well. Then the next one is Excel functions. So in Excel, we have many formulas. But today we'll be covering sum, average, count, max, mean, if, and VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. So these are what we'll be covering today. So how do we use sum? I think we've done that already. Yeah. I said we either do equals to sum. Okay, so equals to type sum. Type sum, SUM. You can see it's showing here. It's showing here already. So we click on tab to select this particular one. Tab. Then the number one, it says where are we starting from? You are starting from this, number to the end, and click on tab to get the figure. That is how to use sum. Now let's check sum if. Sum ifs. How do we use sum ifs? So I think I have a data here where we can actually do that. Okay, we have a data here, we can do that. So let's say now we want to get the total value for North region in this particular data. As we want to get the total value for North region in this particular, in this particular data, but not just North region, total. We also want the total to be specific to only electronics alone. We want it to be specific to only office, office sales and also accessories. So how do we do that? We use sum if. Okay, so let me tell you the difference between sum and sum ifs. Sum ifs, and sum ifs. What is the difference between these three? So sum is just to calculate a column. It can only calculate a column. However, sum if can do just a column as well, but we want it to be specific to a particular category. Yes. So let me delete this. So now we want to calculate the total sales for North region and electronics. So how do we achieve that? We type equals to sum if sum range. So the first thing on the formula, the first thing on the formula is range. What range do we want? What range? We want it to be okay. We want it to be from here. Okay, we can click on this. Started from here, but we have to lock it. Oh, sorry. Interesting. We have to lock it. Start from here. Okay, hold on. We want to get the total sales for North region and total sales for electronic. The North region total sales, but specific to electronics. So equals to sum if the range. What range do we want? We want it to be category range. But we have to lock it. Then we click, we type comma to move to the next formula. The criteria is not. Oh, sorry, my bad. So I was supposed to select not category. I was supposed to select region. So we want it, we want to calculate the total sum, the total not sales, which is this. Then we lock it, comma. The criteria is what do we want to calculate? We want to calculate for North region. So this is it. Then it shows the sum range. Where do we want to calculate? Where do we want the total? Where do we want to calculate? We want to calculate the total profit of each region, which is this table. You can see the profit is showing here. So we lock it as well. This is not correct. Yeah. So like I said, table would give you, to calculate the remaining rows for you. That is the advantage of, table. However, if you want to change it, you have to highlight all the table range, then right click and click on this table, convert it to range. Yes, this is what we want. So now we've converted it because we don't want it to calculate other rows. So we calculated, we've gotten not total profit and specific, for electronics. This is it. This is what we have. So now to get for office and accessories, we drag this angry button, we drag this to the right. Okay, so there's something. Okay. Okay, so we didn't love this. We didn't love this. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we only got for nots. So the advantage of sum if and the difference between sum if and sum ifs is that sum if can only calculate one formula. However, sum ifs can do more than one. Some ifs can do more than one because we cannot use some ifs to calculate some if without x to calculate both electronics and not region, because it can only give you one formula. However, some ifs can give you more than one formula. So let's try using the sum ifs equals to sum ifs. We want to calculate the total profit for not region and but for electronics alone. So we type sum ifs, tab, sum range. Where do we want to calculate the profits? We have to lock it so that it will not move to the next column. So we have to lock it Fn and F4, comma. Then the criteria range. What range do we want? We want it to be from the region, which is this. We click on it as well. You can see where my cursor is from the top. It has to be from the top because the data is large, so we cannot be selecting from top to down. So we have to pick it from the top. We lock it as well, Fn F4, comma. Then the next one, criteria 1. So because we have selected region, so we have to select this not. We want it to be specific to this not region. This not region. So we've selected not region. However, we need to reference it as well because we want it to calculate the total profit for not region. And whenever we drag the arrow downward, we want it to maintain east and west and south as well. So what do? We reference the cell. So now we want it to be able to move to the we want it to be able to move the row, but we want to lock the column. So what do? That means we have to lock the alphabet, which is M. So Fn F4, you click the F4 3 times. Yes. So now we've locked the column. We can now move to the next one. The next one is criteria range 2. The next one we want to calculate for electronics, comma. So criteria range 2, we want to calculate the category because it is under category we can find electronics. I hope I'm communicating. We can find electronics under category. So we pick it from the top as well and reference it. Fn F4, comma. Then the criteria range 2. You can see that some ifs can give you as many formulas as possible. You can calculate as many, or you can calculate as many formulas as possible. So now we have to select the electronic because we want it to calculate total profits for electronics alone. So this is it. We click on electronics. Then now, because we've selected electronics, if you move it to the right, we want it to maintain office and accessories. But if we move it downward, we want it to still maintain the category, the categories, which is electronics, office, and accessories. So what do? We have to reference the row, which is the number. So we click on Fn F4 twice because it's only the numbers we want to reference. So tab, I think that's all. So now we move it to the right and we move it downward. Now we have the total profit for not region, but specific to electronics. And we have the total for not region total profit for not region, but for office alone, same as accessories, and for east and other regions as well. So I hope I'm communicating.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no.
All right, thank you. In case you are not getting anything, please let me know.
Like, there's 30 minutes to go, ma'am, because of time, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry. I will be done soon. So we've done some if and we've done some if, we've done some So let's move to average. Average is not really hard. So now we want to get the average of electronics. So what we will do is, type equals to, either we come here to this auto sum, click on the arrow button, then we can see average, click on it, click on the average, it calculates it automatically for us, then we click on tab. Or another way is Control C. You either type it, average, we click on tab, then select the cell, then click on tab. This works like sum, as well, it works like sum. Yeah, so that is average. Let's put in it average. So the next one is count. Let's say now we want to count the quantity of electronics. How do we do that? Electronics equals to, we want to know the quantity of electronics. We type count, what value, okay, no. Okay, so this count can only work for, it works like, sum as well. We also have count ifs and counts, equals to, let's use count if. We want to calculate the quantity of electronics, equals to count if the range, yeah, we select from the top as well, then click on comma. We can reference it, but because we're not moving it forward, so we can just leave it like that. The criteria is electronics. We want to calculate the total quantity of electronics, then click on tab. Okay, sorry, I think I have to select it. I will have to select it. Yeah, I will have to select it, my bad. So I have to select from here, from the top. So move to the end. We go up again, comma. Then the criteria is electronics. That is it. Wait, why is it not working? That's one thing about table. We have to turn it to a table range. Sorry, convert it to the range, yes. So count if. Range, which is this from here. To comma. Now electronics. Wow, I don't know why that is not working, but we have to check it later because we don't have time. So the max minimum is just like average as well. We have to, equals to max. We want to get the maximum of this. Sorry, maximum, which is this. Yeah, we select it. So we now have the maximum of this column. So we can see it's 247. Here from the top to the end, you can see the highest number is 247. That is what maximum will work for. The minimum, that means we want to get the minimum number in this, column. We type minimum. So we can see it's 214. The minimum number is 214 as well. So minimum, maximum. Yes, the next one is VLOOKUP. How do we use VLOOKUP? So how do we use VLOOKUP? So let's use this employee data. Let's say we want to get, we have a large data, but we want to select a particular staff in the data. Let's say we want the staff, a staff data, and the staff data we are looking for is Aisha Bello. We want to get data for Aisha Bello, but we don't want to keep assuming we have a large data, we don't want to keep scrolling. So what we'll do is use a VLOOKUP VLOOKUP equals to, how do we use VLOOKUP? So VLOOKUP, it says lookup value. What are we looking for? We are looking for this Aisha Bello. Aisha Bello. We want to look for Aisha Bello's data. Aisha Bello. So table array. This is a table array. So you select from the beginning of the table to the end, or to wherever you want the data, to wherever you want to select. Let's say we are looking for basic salary of Aisha Bello. Yeah, so you have to select from the beginning or from where Aisha Bello is showing to the end of basic salary for the staff. So we click on comma, then the column index number. The column index number, that means we are looking for the basic salary. We want to get the basic salary for Aisha Bello. To do that, the column index number will be counting from where we started. We highlighted, which is from the employee name, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we have to type 4. Is the fourth column, comma, either true or false. True means approximate match. Then false means exact match. So we want the approximate match, which is 0. Sorry, we want exact match, which is 0. Yes, exact match. True. So that is it. Now we have Aisha Bello. It's 5,000 naira. We have Aisha Bello. So that is how you use VLOOKUP. So how do we use XLOOKUP? XLOOKUP is also, we want Aisha Bello's data for basic for transport amounts. So we do the same thing, equals to XLOOKUP, lookup value. This is starting with lookup value. Aisha Bello, comma, lookup array. This you can select from the top. From the top of the data. Let's say we are okay for transport. Select from the top. Then return array. What do you want it to return? Comma. Okay. Yeah. What do you? Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, so sorry. So the lookup value, lookup array. We want to look up in this particular. Okay, I cannot use this because I've already used. I can't do this. Hold on. So the reason why it's not working is because we already merged this. This part, so it cannot work with this. But let me use another data. Let me use this. Sales data or no source data equals to, we want to use XLOOKUP. Lookup value XLOOKUP. The lookup value. What do we want to look for? We want to look for electronics. Hold on, let me see. No, this has to. Okay. So let me just tell you the difference between the XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. When do you use XLOOKUP and when do you use VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP only works with small data, but XLOOKUP works for large data. So I will always advise you use XLOOKUP to find anything you are looking for in a data. So how do you use the XLOOKUP? I'm trying to get a data we can use. So let's say we want to look for the total sales of rice. So I have to unmerge this. So equals to XLOOKUP what are we looking for? Let's say we are looking for, okay, I think some rice. We want to get the total sales for rice equals to XLOOKUP. Lookup value, this is what we want to look for, comma. Then the lookup array from here, we want it to be, this is where the rice is. This is where we have rice, comma. Then the return array, what do we want to return? We want it to return this total sales here. Total sales here, we want it to return the total sales, comma, comma. So that is what we want it to return. We click on tab. Oh. So we have the total sales for rice. So like I said, the difference between XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP is because is that VLOOKUP can only work for small data, but XLOOKUP can work for large data. So that is all about VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. Then let's move to if. How do we use if? If is used for to return a value if the condition is correct. Let's say we have a data and we want to look for a value. We want to look for a value in this data. If logical test. Wow, I think my time is up. A minute. Okay. Think we need another data to use for this. If so, we might have to like end it there for now because I don't want to rush things. And yeah, so we've done VLOOKUP, but we still have to do VLOOKUP as well. So cell reference, we've done cell reference. We have done sorting and filtering. Let's move to sorting and filtering. We can use this data. We can use this data for sorting and filtering. Okay, so if we want to sort, we can sort by, okay, so we want to sort this data. That means we have to, change this particular, we have to input something in this particular column. So we come here and add a filtering icon. So with this, we can sort this data. We can sort the data. So now we want to sort the total, the data based on the, as categories. We want to sort the data based on category, but we want to see the data for accessories. So now we have it. We only have 3 items here. So now we want to sort based on accessories. So we click on accessories. So we want to check for accessories. So we click on OK. So we want to sort based on accessories. We check the accessories and click on OK. Let's say now we want to sort based on the region. We want to sort accessories based on the region. We click on the filter button as well. Then we uncheck select all. Then let's say we want to get for nuts. So we check either nuts. Now we have data for only nuts region. Then let's say we want to get the south. We check south and click on OK. And that is how you sort and filter for, that is how you sort and filter your data. Yes, that has been covered. Conditional formatting, I'm not sure we can cover that tonight because the time has gone. It's past 9 already. So that will be all for now. And I hope I'm able to, you are able to get something tonight. Thank you. And that will be all.
Wow, wow, wow. Can we appreciate this one wonderful doctor? Let's appreciate, let's clap, let's Let me see your clapping emoji. Let me see your yes. On the start button, let's just say thank you, ma. Let's say thank you, ma. Let's say thank you, ma. Let's say thank you, ma. Thank you, bro Victor. Thank you. Thank you, bro. I think you are Olarewaju. Thank you. So I've not seen anything on chat button. Yes, yes. Let's have to keep. It's not easy. One thing we are doing as network is to build ourselves. To build ourselves. Yeah, yeah. Let's. I'm yet to see. I think bro Shegun is typing, and sister Imole Ayotu is typing. So Larewaju too is typing. Yes, sister Kakoti is typing, and yeah, bro Shegun bro Gisatu is typing. So we want to say thank you so much. I believe that the section is wonderful. Yeah, yeah, and if there is no more we can learn for 1 hour. I can tell you that. Thank you so much, Sister Kakoti. Thank you so much. We don't have dollars to give to you, man. We don't have pounds, euros, but our prayer is that God will continue to uphold you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is the beginner class, like a part one, which we believe that a part two will conclude. In fact, we can't even cover everything in part two too as well. So thank you so much, bro. Olaiwaju, thank you. Yeah, sure. The video recording will be available to us in YouTube. So we put everything on YouTube tonight so for everybody to. And meanwhile, um, for is there any question? Do you have any question before that? So please, I will urge every one of us to have this a feedback form within 3 minutes at least. We are done with it. So please let's try to fill that in feedback section. So please, we are begging us. Thank you so much, everyone. So thank you so much, Sister Kemi Kapaya. Thank you so much. I believe you have a lot for us. You have a lot for us. And Excel is not something that we can know. No, everybody as an accountant, as a finance person, as an analyst, we need that. There are a lot of things that we need to, even though you are using AI to do your work, there is a basic thing that you need to know as a analyst or as an accountant, you know, to leverage your work and also to simplify your long data. I remember when I went for an interview for my current role, they give me a long data for financial modeling that will last for for the whole 1 day. But I was able to do it within 2 hours because of what the how to navigate their skills. So it's a good thing you are familiar with that, some shortcuts, something that you can navigate from elements from if you can leverage everything together as one, and also ability to present data. So and our facilitator have given us a lot of tips and that we need to. So now is there any question for us, please? Question for the section, please. Is there any question? Any question, please? Is there any question? Question, please. Do you have any question? Is there any question, please? Is there any question? Oh, okay, please. Yes. Progression, I can continue the time. Before.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Kafaya. God bless you. More wisdom in Jesus' name. I really appreciate your impact by sharing your knowledge tonight. My question is that maybe next class you help us to explain V and S look again
Okay.
because I don't really understand the VLOOK and SLOOK, and I normally see them in requirements for data
Okay.
analyst. They normally put that okay, you must know how to do SLOOK and VLOOK. So help
F
us
lookup
to
and V lookup.
VLOOKUP. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
All
help
right.
us to maybe in the next class.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. And because of, if I've maybe because of time, I could have want us to just explain to me 5 minutes. I don't know if that would be okay. Sakafaya. With that, okay, 5 minutes.
No problem, it's fine.
Progression is that okay? So that you can also grab maybe when we come back
Okay.
again. Yeah, all
Okay,
right. So
thank
please,
you, sir.
Mr. Sakafaya, just 5 minutes, please, so that
All right, let me share my screen.
we prepare for the start tomorrow.
Okay. So, like I said, XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. Okay, so I'm trying to like look for a data I can use here to better understand what it means. So let's say in this data, let me uncheck this. Okay. In this data, we want to, okay, let me go back to this data. Sorry. I'm trying to rush because I have limited time. Okay, so employee data. Let's use this particular employee data. Equals to, let's say we want to use XLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, still VLOOKUP, but we want to get value for the transport amount for Grace Ade. We can as well use, Grace Ade staff ID, but we want to be specific. What if we don't know Grace Ade staff ID? So now we want data for Grace Ade. So we want to use VLOOKUP to look for, the transports. We type equals to VLOOKUP, the lookup value. What are we looking for? What do we want to get? The lookup value is Grace Ade. Then the table array, you click on comma. You type comma. Then the table array. Where do we, which table are we looking? Do we have Grace Ade? Which table do we have Grace Ade? This is the table we have Grace Ade in the employee data. This is where we have Grace Ade's details. Then we type, we click on, we type comma as well. The column index. Where can we find, where do we want, what do we want it to replace? We want it to replace transport allowance for Grace Ade. So now we have selected from here, from the beginning to the end. So now we count it from the beginning of where we selected, which is 1. We count the row, that is, we are counting the row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because we want it to return the transport allowance for Grace Ade. So the row number, the column number is 5. We type 5 and we click on comma. Because it does not end there, we have to either select exact or false. True or false. But we want it to be true, which is 0. If we want it to be false, that means we want it to be exact. We want it to be exact. Amount. We type 1, but this one we want it to be true. So we click on tab. So we have the transport allowance for Grace Ade, which is, excuse me, hold on. Okay, this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basic allowance. Okay, so sorry. How is it getting this? Okay,
I
my
think the
bad.
column is 6.
6, right?
Yes,
Equals to
for
VLOOKUP.
transport.
For
Transport is
transport.
6.
Okay, let me try it again. Table array. Let's do this first. Comma 6, comma 0. No, something is wrong. Because this is not what we are. So why are you getting this? But VLOOKUP. lookup value, which is this Grace Ade, comma, table array. Okay, let's select from Aisha below. Oh, okay. I think I know where the issue is coming from. I didn't select from here the other time, but it was 6, comma, 6. I don't know what is wrong, but I need to like just, search. This is Grace Ade, but the transport allowance is 12,500. It should return the 12,500. Okay, so let's do XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP equals to XLOOKUP lookup value, which is Grace Ade, lookup array, which is we want to look into, we want it to look at, to look for Grace Ade in this table. So we click on the employee name, comma, then the return array. What do we want it to do? What do we want it to return? We want it to return the transport allowance, comma. So here you don't need to, type either 0 or 1. So we just click on tab. Cover the, close the bracket and click on tab. So we have the transport allowance for Grace Ade by using XLOOKUP. So the advantage of XLOOKUP is that it can work for as many data as you have, but VLOOKUP is limited. It can only work for small data. So I don't know why this is not working. It should work, but I don't know why. Maybe we'll go into it later. Do you understand? The person that asked a question, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, are you sure?
Yes.
All right.
Thank
you. All right. All right. Thank you. What I just say.
Okay. Thanks so much, man. Thanks so much, man, for. And I believe, bro, Joshua, you get it now. You get the VLOOKUP now.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I don't worry, sir. We still have time to discuss that more. So the advanced class, we will be inclusive of all these and some technical part that we need to know, and also presentation of data in Excel, and also application of AI into our work, because there's Copilot. There's a lot of AI that we can implement into our Excel that can simplify and reduce timing, which will increase our productivity at work. So there's all these things that can help us, because sometimes if your boss gives you like what we're supposed to do for 2 days, he gives you that you have to submit in 2 hours. So you can't be using all this formula. What we just need to use this AI and then utilize it and then check it very well and submit. So that makes us efficient. But if we don't know those formulas, we know when AI will make an error. So that's why we are going through all this process. So our next class will be a very practical section, and we are still trusting God that we have more people like this. People just join today because they know that they have left all those all those levels. So I believe people also most people are busy, something like that. All right. So thanks so much, our instructor. And thanks so much, Joshua, for that question as well. So I believe other people do we still have other questions? Okay. So please, have we filled the form? I'm expecting us to fill the form before we close tonight, or maybe after we close. Please, I'm begging us. We're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here on the group on the call. I'm expecting 6 response so that we can improve in our next training. So please, this is training for practical. As we have done it, go back and practice. Because the video will be shared to us on YouTube, and then everybody just go there and watch it again, so that we can we can improve ourselves as well. So thanks so much. So, and our next training we see, because we have a lot of trainings for this year, and as I said earlier, something big is coming, but we need our cooperation, we need our support, we need our on group, our commitment to growth matters a lot. So something big like first CFPN conference for the year. So it will be a love, like a lovely where we have, because we are fortunate to have very resourceful person in our midst. This is our special advisor. Is the chairman to ICANN Asulere. So we have a leverage to invite people in ICANN Council, a lot of people in a lot of places. So CFOs, directors, we are opportunity to have directors in oil and gas, come to and talk to us. It will be a very big event, but we need our support. We need our support. And if you also know some people that are accepted accountant or accountant that are yet to write ICANN, so you can bring them in. So it's not only for accountant, it's accepted accountant or accountant alone, for everybody, finance professional. So please, and for those people that are writing ICANN also, let's also put more effort in so that we can conclude our ICANN on time as well. So by this, there's a lot of open doors for us. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much. So we end the training for tonight. Wednesday, we can reach out to anybody to be our instructor, also or to facilitate our weekly engagement. So please, when admin reach out to you to participate, you just to share your knowledge. By sharing your knowledge, you are getting to know more. I believe tonight now, Sister Kemi has increased our learning, like eh, our learning percentage has increased from 10 to 100 like this, because the moment you share things with people, you also learn more. But so please, let's be available for that. Available for that. I believe Mr. Paul or sorry, Mr. Molayo will teach us Power BI. I know that very well. So so all these things are what we need to know. So please and please. So our training plan is still there for us to look at. We have to be following it. Either we're looking at twice in a month because of what we have in both. We can't even so like twice in a month. So the next training will be passed across to us, and then our weekly training, our weekly engagement will continue every Wednesday. So thank you so much. And if there's any other business, can we just close the training for night? Thank you so much. God bless us. Have a wonderful. And also, I said something about Sunday school. Please, if you really want us to come to prepare it for any like talk for career, please let us know on time so that we can plan the resourceful person that will be available for that. So please, we are ready to expand, to impact our society, to impact and also to bring more generations to what we have currently in finance career. So thank you so much, everyone. And let's please see your clapping emoji as we end the meeting. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bodifa, for Simole, for Segun. Satope, I'm not seeing your own. And bro, Larry, I'm not seeing your own. So please, let's do it to go to the link I shared for the form. Thank you so much, our instructor. Don't worry, we will send a dollar to you very soon. It's truck of dollar. I say God, thank you so much. All right. So let's don't forget our form, our link, please. Let's fill the form. Let's fill the form so that we can know where to improve our training soon. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. We can end the meeting tonight. Thank you. All right. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good
Good
night,
night,
sir.
sir. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you. Yes. That's all. Well, all right. Are you still there?